G'day guys, how's it going? I'm Aaron Whitnell. This is ACW Sport, and round 5 of the FA Cup gave us the David versus Goliath moment of the tournament without a shadow of a doubt, because Wigan beat Manchester City and brought to an end their hope of an unprecedented quadruple in what was a thrilling game at Wigan. Now look, Manchester City, they started this game with full respect to Wigan. They played a strong team, but Wigan played their hearts out. City, really looking back at the highlights, because I didn't see the whole game, only looked to really create 3 clear-cut chances with Gundogan, Fernandinho and Aguero. Aside from that, it was all half chances. Wigan defended with their lives and frustrated City. They got a bit of help just before half-time when Delph got sent off. It was a very controversial sending off. Some people saying it's yellow, others saying it's a red. I can understand why the referee did give it as a red, because he went in very quickly. However, at the same time, he did go to brandish a yellow before then changing his mind after talking to, Wigan players, the Wigan manager, so on and so forth. So I can understand a lot of the controversy surrounding it. For me, I think it was just a red, just because I don't think you can dive in like that in today's game. But, still, City should have gone on to win this game. They have more than enough class to win this game comfortably. But it just wasn't their night. And 10 minutes from time, Wigan got the break they needed. The ball broke to Will Griggs, who beat Kyle Walker to the ball, cut inside. And as he had 3 defenders bearing down on him, he called a wonderful effort past Claudio Bravo in the City goal to give Wigan the one, unbelievable moment of the season. Even though, obviously, they're doing so well in the league, they will never forget this win because of where they are and where Manchester City are. And it was a wonderful, well-taken goal by Will Griggs. And, of course, the whole footballing world is now singing that amazing Will Griggs song. And fair play to him, because he's been brilliant for them. And Wigan were amazing in this game. And, like I said, it just wasn't City's night. There were some ugly scenes at the end when the fans invaded the pitch, which... the reason it was ugly is just because of the way they were goading the players. And Aguero reacted and pushed one, and then they were causing trouble with the City fans in the away end, and the police were getting caught in the middle. There's no place for that in football, and it's a real shame that that's kind of overshadowed the game a bit, because it's such an emphatic night for Wigan. But City, they've got a cup final at the weekend, so they can very quickly move on from this. They win a bit of silverware at the weekend. They won't be too bothered. A quadruple would have been amazing, but there's a reason why no team in history's done it. But they can still win a treble, so they're still in for that. However, this wasn't going to be the big upset of the weekend, because so many people just didn't think it was possible for Wigan to actually pull this off. It was actually 55-1 for Manchester City to win 7-0, and 55-1 for Wigan to win 1-0. So that shows you how much it was against Wigan in terms of the bookies and all that kind of stuff. But Tottenham seemed to be the team that were going to have the major upset of the weekend, because they drew 2-2 at Rochdale. And, again, another fascinating game. Rochdale really went for it, took the lead through a wonderful goal through the captain Henderson. He started and finished the move as well. But then, not too long later, Tottenham then equalised through Lucas Moura. He scored his first goal for Spurs on his full debut. Again, starting and finishing the move. And I just think he's going to be amazing for Spurs. Then, in the dying moments of the game, Dele Alli won a penalty. It was a definite pen. And it looked like Harry Kane had won the game in the 89th minute, putting away a penalty. Only for Rochdale to equalise in the 93rd minute through Davis and send Rochdale to Wembley. An amazing night for Rochdale. Spurs will be disappointed. It's another fixture that they don't really need, kind of like the last round as well. But they'll be fully expected to get past them at Wembley. Now on to the teams that found this round a bit more comfortable. Manchester United, they won comfortably at Huddersfield, 2-0. It was a very easy performance for United. Huddersfield didn't really create too many opportunities. 2 very good counter-attacking goals by Manchester United. Romelu Lukaku scoring both. Good little test this for going to Sevilla in terms of how United could line up and catch teams on the counter-attack. And I think this is the way Jose will try and set his team up in Seville in midweek, tomorrow night in the Champions League. But 2 very well-taken goals for Romelu Lukaku. 2 wonderful assists from Mata and Sanchez as well for the goals. There was also some controversy around VAR because Mata's goal was disallowed. I've seen it from a few different angles. His kneecap is just off by the looks of things. Very, very tight. If his kneecap's off, his kneecap's off. But from other angles, it then does look like it's onside. So it was a bit of a weird one. I think what didn't help is how poor the replays were. When you look at the fact there were squiggly lines and things like that on the replay, it just doesn't make any sense. But yeah, they really need to sort VAR out. I know they're still getting a taster, but for me, they should talk to the likes of rugby. But for some reason, even though there's been VAR in rugby for the last 23 years, no one in the world of football has spoken to any representatives from rugby to see how it's used there. So it really does baffle me that. But no, I mean, Lukaku, this is a really good game for him. He's now got 6 goals in his last 8 games, and he's now got 21 goals for the season. He's back amongst the goals, and I do fully expect him to get 30-plus goals this season for United. So yeah, good game for him, and a fairly comfortable game for Manchester United. There was also a very comfortable game for Chelsea. They beat Hull 4-0 at Stamford Bridge, and Willian stole the show, scoring twice. Chelsea have blown Hull away very early on in this game. Willian's goals, Pedro, and just before half-time, Giroud also got on the score sheet with his first goal for Chelsea. In the second half, Hull really went for it, tried to restore a bit of pride. They won a penalty, but that was saved. Mailer forcing the save from the goalkeeper from the penalty spot. And Hull have never won at Chelsea, so it was just, again, another comfortable night for Chelsea. Warm up for Barcelona in style. But yeah, there's not really too much more to say about that. It was just kind of what you expected, really. Then Brighton, they beat Coventry at Brighton at the Amex. I mean, this game was fascinating. It could have been 5-3 on another night. Because both teams just hit the woodwork so many times. But no, Locardi, he actually scored in his debut for Brighton, giving Brighton the lead. Then after that, Goldson, this was a real amazing moment of the weekend. Goldson scored his first goal since 2016, and it was also his first goal since he'd been ruled out of football with heart problems. So it's a wonderful moment for everyone at Brighton and the world of football to see him back and scoring. Then Ulloa, he gave Brighton a 3-0 lead with a wonderful header. Only for Clark Harris to pull one back late on for Coventry. But for me, he was man of the match based on the highlights that I saw. He looked like he ran Brighton ragged. On another day, he could have had a hat-trick. He hit the woodwork twice in this game. So yeah, really good stand-up performance from him. You know, and could get some interest from clubs in higher leagues because of a performance like that. Then Leicester, they beat Sheffield United 1-0 at Leicester. Jamie Vardy with the only goal of the game, coming thanks to a lovely assist from Riyad Mahrez. Wonderful cross. That old duo getting back into things, especially after, obviously, Mahrez's problems in recent weeks with not wanting to be at Leicester, wanting to move to Manchester City. But no, Vardy, he's bang on form, 5 goals in 5 games now. But Leicester were lucky to actually go through. Kasper Schmeichel produced an amazing save later on to not force the game to a replay. But yeah, Leicester, very good cup run, and I can see them being a dark horse for this competition. I really, really can. Then finally, West Brom, just when you thought their week couldn't get any worse, they lost 2-1 at home to Southampton. Southampton took the lead through Hode's first goal. Then Tadic made it 2-0 with a lovely finish over the top of the goalkeeper, chipped him. Only for Rondon to pull West Brom back into the game with a stunning Robin Van Persie-esque finish. But yeah, West Brom, it just kind of sums up the way their season's going. They were unlucky not to equalise. Ghazi hit the bar, then Rondon had his shot cleared off the line by Bertrand. But yeah, I mean, West Brom, they've had a few people sacked in the back, behind the scenes in the last couple of weeks. Alan Pardew hasn't done a very good job there. It looks like he's going as well. The players are causing problems when they're on their trips abroad to do training camps and that. And yeah, for me, West Brom are destined to finish bottom of the Premier League this season. I just do not see how they're going to finish any higher than that with the way things are going. But yeah, that pretty much sums up everything that happened in the FA Cup this weekend. Please comment below, let me know what were your main talking points from this weekend. Always interested to find out. As always, I'm Aaron Whitnell. This is ACW Sport. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys again soon.